Hello. I would like to speak about the Ares situation because, like we all know, the Ares tanks are getting nerfed, and I will say it's a good change for the game. But if you are confused what is getting changed, I will show you. These are nerfs for the tier 8. Basically, you get less armor on turret, less damage on every shell, and something very important, it does get a lot of cutoff in the model damage. So yeah, what does it really mean? So it does mean that you get a bit less damage with the AP or APCR, but you also get a lot of cutoff on the HE damage, so you will not be able to do as much as you could. Like this is, for example, this is what it will be. I mean, I will say it only. We should not look at this DPM, but this is just pure for the showcase how much it changes. It's 1150 after the nerf, 1070. Also, the armor. Armor is changing a bit, so it's now like this. It's rather easier to shot it now because, like you say, this is like the how it is right now, and this is how it will be. So you see, it's a bit more green in the outer area of the tank. Yeah, so that's basically nerf for the tier 8. Now we move to the tier 9. It gets the same treatment. Less alpha on AP, less alpha on APCR, less alpha on HE, and less module damage as well, less armor. So like you see, you have 1400 here. Pre-nerf is 1500, so it's not that much. But what is important is the damage module. And now armor. This is what it will be, and this is what it is now. You see, it's slightly a bit more red for the APs of this tank. So yeah, it's basically most likely getting here around gun mounted where it's getting nerfed mostly. So let's move on to the tier 10. The tier 10 gets actually the cooling nerf, which is not much. Half of the second, it's not that much. It gets as well the cut off on the AP and APCR. It's still not that much, but HC damage is very, very likely cut off. Like you see here, AP, APCR, you get like around 200 less what you used to do. And with HC, you get around 1000 less what you used to do. So now you cannot just drive with the H's to the FE and simply one shot it with the HE. Now you will leave it around, I don't know, 100 HP or something like that. And as well the model damage and the armor. So basically, this is what it is doing right now on the test server 1900, and this is what it was doing 2100. So this is slightly more visible nerf to the damage. So this is current armor of this tank against the its own ammunition AP. It's kind of red. Still is red, but it's not like maybe if I load something else. Let me see, Carro, for example. Yes. So yeah, you see it is against it's a PCR on the Carro. It's it's pre-nerf. It's still with the better turret armor. You see it's green here, here, and here. And this is after the nerf. So you basically get like, yeah, you get more area to shot, like you see. And also it makes the armor here the less armor, which means it will get over much easier because right now it's the 38 millimeters, which means the cannons around the caliber of the Carro 120 will be able to overmatch this. And currently is 44, so it means like caliber around 130 can overmatch it or something like that. So this is visible nerf because if you now pick with this tank with the full gun depression, you will see a lot less bounces because even if somebody shoots here, it will not bounce because it will get overmatched. So yeah. And tier 11, this is getting nerfed the most. And I do agree with this nerf. These tanks needed this nerf, so you are needed to think more about what is you doing in this tank because currently you see a lot of people going like a chickens without head. But let's get to the statistics of this tank and we can move on to the other statistics. So nerf to cooling, nerf to AP, nerf to APCR, nerf to HE. Basically the same thing that you had with the tier 10 and also nerf to the model damage. So currently it does on the test server 900,000 and pre-nerf it did 21,000. So it's literally a lot of like with the AP. And this is what in the HC 33,000 after the nerf and 41,000 without the nerf. So yeah, this nerf was needed. And the armor, let's say this is pre-nerf against its own ammunition, which does not have a lot of penetration. It's like average penetration of tier 8. And this is post-nerf. You see is a lot more easier to penetrate on the sides, which I see it as a great win. So yeah, this is from here. And now we're gonna move on to the tomato GG so we can see more statistics. But I need to actually like find it. Like you see there is a lot of less battle with the tier 8. Like you had almost 1 million battles and now it's dropping down. So sorry if I'm not the expert on this slide, but I never used these options. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, here we go. So like you see, currently in the game, you have people that play almost 4 million battles in the tier 8, 3 million battles in the tier 9, and almost 3 million battles in the tier 10, and also 1.5 million battles in the tier 11. Like, man, we have LC even doing this number, and this tank is like years in this game, and people love it. So yeah, and this is only in the 30 days in 1 month. So yeah, you see, like this is worrying, especially to say like you have matchmaking with the tier 7 to tier 9. You see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavies. Mostly you see meds and TDs, which is very worrying for me. Because like numbers is like ES7, Kar1, Taschen Mouse, Travek, E5, T103, BZ, and then it's like dropping by hundred thousands. Like it's going down the road, and the least played tank is Kirovets 1. Which by the fact, I do have this tank on my account, but I don't like to play it at all. This is very terrible tank. One thing to mention also is this is currently what we have, and this is post buff. This tank is going to be excellent. Maybe it will not be like top tank to play, but it'll be much better because it gets much better stabilization, better gun, better top speed, and the gun depression. So this tank will be nice and playable for sure. But let's back to the topic of the eras. Like you see, now the most playable tanks are eras tanks. And this is where I have problem with this game. Like if you want to play anything without armor, you are getting cooked. You are literally getting cooked by these tanks because people, for some reason, are running like a chickens, and they do not care if they get one-shotted, if they get tracked, because these tanks have the reserve track mechanic from the Yoh tanks, which they should not have it because it should only be on the like four tracks tanks, for example, like T95, or it should be just simply reserved for the Yohs. Because giving mechanics like that for every tanks, why T95 of or Mauerbrecher don't have it if they have like four tracks, yeah. But that's less. And you want to track these tanks? No, this guy does not even know if he gets tracked or not. He will just start backing up. Most of the people on the ARS tanks do not understand why they can go and back, and because somebody shot their track. I'm not the best person to explain this stuff, so I'm very sorry if this video looks like looks, but I just wanted to speak my opinion about this situation. So conclusion. So for conclusion, I want to say this nerf is very good. It does not kill the tanks very much, but it nerfs what it should be nerfed. And the most beneficent nerf that it could be, it was the module damage, because currently when you get shot in the side from the RS tanks, you get like lit very easily. Literally your modules do not exist. You see so many fires by shooting somebody on his side armor, and that's not fun. That's not fun, but good job, Wargaming. This is very nice change of paste. I hope they will start doing also buffs for the tanks, like for example KV Turchaninov. It will need a bit of buff, yeah. KV5, it will be appreciated, or Leva, but for this I might slightly do other video about what tanks can get, and they will not get overpowered. So yeah, let's hope the Wargaming will keep up with their work, because currently they try to act fast and try to do good buffs or nerfs. I mean, buffs not that much, but nerfs, they are very fast for them. So hopefully the situation will look better and better every month with those nerfs and buffs, whatever changes they do. And that's pretty much it from me. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it was not very mess. So yeah, bye.